name's Danny DiFabio. I'm owner of Rodríguez Cigars here in Key West, Florida. We are the oldest cigar company here in the Florida Keys, a company that began in Cuba in 1947 and reestablished ourselves in 1984 here in the Florida Keys in Key West. Well, our family history began in 1947 in central Cuba. My grandmother's side of the family was in the cigar industry, or in the tobacco industry, growing tobacco, specifically filler tobacco in central Cuba from 1947 to 1961. And in 1984, we transitioned into now a manufacturer, a totally different side of the spectrum. And what makes our company, unique in a way is that we have family members that are constructing these cigars and in the trenches producing the product, which makes it different because, when you have people at the forefront of the company selling and representing the company, you don't hear about the most important people in the company, which is the people who are making the product. And to have people that are family members doing that makes it pretty special to kind of visit them in the factory and see how everything's going with the production. And it's definitely different to go ahead and see them manufacture the product that bears your name.
Yeah.
The Gates partnership came about with one of their associates reading up on our story and history about Rodríguez Cigars. They came in, they tried out some of the products, and they gave us an incredible opportunity to be at their establishment. The history that we do preserve here in Key West dates back to 1831, and they fell in love with that history, the preservation of history. And the total experience that you get when you get to the Gates Hotel is old world Key West between cigars and the rum running, and they can provide a different element to Key West hotels, and that's what makes the Gates so special and different. Well, when they came to us and talks about a cigar lounge, I came onto the property and I saw the overall views that you can have of the ocean, and tourists don't really have a place here on the island where they can go to a hotel and cut and light a cigar and have views of the ocean and have a fantastic bar that's serving premium cocktails and ties in all the elements of just relaxing. And when you go to that lounge, it takes you out of your element, and you can just start kicking back and relaxing, with a cigar and a great rum drink. The cigars that we have at the Gates, we have two sizes from our Reserva Privada collection, and we have two sizes from our Series 84 Maduro collection. The collection from the Reserva Privada is mild to medium, tailored to people who are maybe novices or people that do prefer something mild to medium. The Series 84 Maduro is a medium to full-bodied line, and that's tailored to more of people who prefer a deeper, fuller-bodied cigar, and to cigar aficionados that prefer something depth, has a lot of complexity to it, and can enjoy something after dinner. Flavor profiles that we try to go ahead and chase after are dessert-like tones. Our Reserva Privada has a great creamy factor with a nice nuttiness it's pretty popular among all cigar lovers, just because in the morning you can pair it up with coffee. At night if you just want to tone it down with something mild, you're going to get a lot of complexity, a lot of flavor. And we feel that dessert-like tones like coffees and the nutmegs and a little bit of like a creamy factor, even in our Maduros, is something that can be very pleasing, and people don't have to worry about all the overwhelming spice and power, and you can just enjoy a lot of complexity of flavor.